It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. I am your host, Davriel Gardner, wishing a happy Monday to you. Today is Monday, December 11th, which is the second Monday for the month of December, which means this year and this month is just zipping by us. If you blink too fast, you're gonna miss this holiday season. As you can tell, I am committed to my holiday colors. I'm committed to spreading holiday cheer wherever I can. So I am definitely rocking my Christmas red. I hope that today, if I'm catching you before you get dressed for work, I'm encouraging you to dress in your festive colors. We want to prolong the joy of this experience as much as we can. Of course, I'm flying solo today. My co-host Mark is feeling under the weather. He has the kitty flu, which if you know about the kitty flu, it's the absolute worst. So we just want to send our love and prayers and support to Mark. Of course, I also want to wish a belated happy birthday to my father-in-law, Andrew Gardner II. He celebrated his birthday this past Saturday, and so I'm sure I speak on behalf of my entire family when I say a very happy birthday to you. We have some exciting things in store for you today. First of all, you are invited to the 2023 Bahamas Archery Nationals, which will take place at the Trinity Flames Archer Range on December 15th through 17th. For more information, you can contact 468-4928. We're also looking forward to hearing from the BPGA, who are gearing up for their 50th National Pro Golf Championships. We'll also be discussing the musical Junkanoo in Paradise. We're continuing our series featuring the grant recipients from the Wilson Awards and Prize established by the Wilson Family Foundation. The National Junkanoo Committee is here to discuss the Out Islands Junkanoo parades. And we'll be talking about the signature holiday race, Junkanoo Jingle to the Bay 5K. So we have a very exciting show in store for you today. But first, we're going to check on weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by NUA, the hands-on agency.
Thank you, Davriel, and good morning, Bahamas. In your first look at weather sunrise, we have some pre-fall activity over the extreme northwest Bahamas across the Grand Bahama, Abaco. Most has moved out of the Grand Bahama this time. Abaco and the Bimini and the Berry Islands area. But that cold front, an active one, is expected to move across the Grand Bahama sometime about 8 a.m. this morning, 9, and across New Providence around 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon into the central Bahamas. We have some showers and thunderstorms, but for the most part, we're looking at variable cloudiness, breezy, with scattered showers, isolated thunderstorms, mainly across the northwest Bahamas, moving central Bahamas by this afternoon. Your high temperature 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy and mild across the northwest Bahamas, with cloudy skies over central southeastern islands with those scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Your low going down to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean. Barbados 87 to 79. Across Jamaica is 91 to 76. In Trinidad 89 and 75. And the Turks and Caicos Islands 84 and 72. Across North America, Atlanta 54 and 31. In Boston 54 and 36. In Miami 77 and 68. Dallas, Texas 64 and 41. And Toronto, Canada 37 and 30. As you go the week, the cold front stalls across the Exumas, and then it will move back towards the north, starting on late Tuesday into Wednesday. So for the most part of the northwest and central Bahamas, a basically wet week in store for you weather-wise, with some showers, isolated thunderstorms. Low temperature daytime will be in the lower 80s. At nighttime, upper 60s to lower 70s. That puts her up on your first look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Gabrielle.
Thanks, Godfrey. The Bahamas Professional Golfers Association, or BPGA, is gearing up for its 50th National Professional Golf Championships for men, women, and senior men. Joining me now is Glenn Pratt, who is the president of the BPGA. Good morning, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm very well.
Good.
Glad to see you up early with me.
Glad to be up. Glad to be up, excited about this moment. Thank you.
So what is the significance of the 50th year National Professional Golf Championships?
Well, the significance is, we've been around since 1968, and we haven't been as exposed as we need to be. Mm-hmm. And this 50th anniversary of our championship, it gives us the kind of start up again. Let's get going. Let's get this thing going, because we have so many young people that are getting into the game, and we need to lay a platform for them to be professionals in the game. So it starts now.
I see you have a picture here with you.
Yeah.
Who is this?
This picture here is a picture of first Professional Golfers Championship, along with the junior golf program, which was the Young Lions program. And in this picture, leading from left to right, would be Weech-Eldon, who was the first black professional golfer to play in the Masters. Paul Bowe, who was a junior golfer at the time. Then there's Roy Bowe, who was the first Bahamian golf professional and the first Bahamian president of the Bahamas Professional Golf Association. Then the young fella in front is Glenn Pratt, myself.
Wow.
50 years ago. Still trying to look young like him, but not as young.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is really a significant moment in the history of golf in the Bahamas.
Yes, it is. And this championship in particular, because what happened is we're combining basically 4 segments to this one tournament. We have a championship that's going on. And thanks to the Ministry of Tourism, we also have the Corn Ferry Golf Tour, which is played in Exuma and Abaco, qualifying for our young pros to get an opportunity to compete with the best golfers in the world, some of the best golfers in the world. And then we have the new introduction of Senior Championship, which is 50 and over, and that creates a category for me to compete.
Yes.
And then more significant than anything else, this is the first time we've had a ladies professional golf championship this year. So we want to be very thankful to Raquel Riley and Judge Roll Harris for agreeing and stuck with us to participate to kick off this first women's professional golf championship. So it's pretty unique and it's exciting. We have Greg Maycock, who's the current champion right now, that's participating. We have Devon Roberts and Cameron Riley, who's coming in from the U.S., who's playing on the U.S. circuit right now.
That actually was my next question.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
How has their participation, just added to the enthusiasm and the excitement for this event?
Well, what happened was last year they came home and they won the qualifying for Exuma and Abaco. There's one exam spot for each island, sponsored by the Ministry of Tourism. Mm-hmm. And these guys now, they weren't expecting these guys to come home, and they came home well prepared to take those spots. And now you have the local pros here, no, you're not going to just come home and take this no more. So that creates a lot of excitement. And, like I said, we have Greg Maycock, who's by far the best golfer ever and the best player ever in the history of the Bahamas. And more significantly, we have Vernon Lockhart, who is the chairman of this event. And Vernon Lockhart is an extremely experienced and qualified golf professional who we're very happy to have on board as the chairman of the event. And he has really balanced out things for us.
So what can people expect? For those of us who aren't necessarily skilled at golf but want to support, want to check it out, what can they expect from that experience?
Well, what they're going to get is they're going to get from this. They're going to, well, camaraderie is one. We're bringing an industry back to life, and that's the more important thing is because we need a platform to speak to the legislators of this country why we need to be more involved and more in control of golf here in the Bahamas, and also educating government on the pros and cons of a lot of these deals that they're making in building golf courses, but not consulting with the professional golfers at all. So hopefully we'll have that platform to do that. And also sponsors, we got an opportunity for sponsors to showcase their businesses and stuff through golf events and stuff like that. Once we're at these golf courses now, we can put on events that really showcase different sponsors and stuff like that. That'll work. And then just professionals in general. If we're pros at the golf course, we're like the gatekeepers for opportunity. You know, a person come down here and they want to build a second family home or they want to build a business. We're the first people they meet, and we're the ones who are going to reach out to the public and say, look, this guy wants to build a hotel or this guy wants to build a resort, and we're the ones who network with the realtors and the accountants and the architect and all that. But if we're not there, that means the other folks are getting all the opportunities and Bahamians are missing out.
Wow.
And that's why it's so important for Bahamians to be at every golf course as a resident golf professional.
That is so important.
Yeah.
So you mentioned everything that's happening with the tour that's taking place in New Providence. You touched on the event happening in Exuma. Tell me a little bit more about that.
The Corn Ferry Tour is an extension of the PGA Tour. It's like the training ground for the future PGA Tour players, like the Tiger Woods and them. These guys are just as talented, just haven't rise up. It's like a mini circuit just before the PGA Tour, and the Ministry of Tourism has been sponsoring this event. It attract a lot of visitors to Exuma and Abaco, and they've been sponsoring the event for some 5 or 6 years now. And to get one spot on there, it's almost like striking gold. And because of the foresight of the Ministry of Tourism to extend this and the Corn Ferry Tour, it offers Bahamians the opportunity to win one of those spots, and hopefully, you know, we go there and we do well in Abaco, and you can break through. One of our guys can win that tournament, and he's on his way to the PGA Tour right away. I mean, it's like what'll normally take. You know, I was out there for 32 years and didn't break through. These guys can get a breakthrough like in one weekend.
Wow.
Okay, and that's how important it is.
So there's a lot riding on this event,
all
of these
lot.
events.
And we're so grateful to the Ministry of Tourism and the Corn Ferry Tour for giving us this opportunity.
Just remind us the dates and how folks can support if they'd like to attend.
Well, the event is at the Ocean Club Golf Course. It's from December the 14th to the 17th. I want to also say thank you to the Ocean Club Golf Course and Robbie Lemon there for making it, giving us this opportunity to have our event at Ocean Club, because Roy Bowe, the first Bahamian professional, used to be the head pro at Ocean Club. So that's significant for us to have it there. But it starts at 11 o'clock. The tea time is 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and we'll be there for 4 days from Thursday to Sunday. And the closing of the event will be around 5:30 on Sunday afternoon at the Ocean Club Golf Course.
So we are looking forward to a top-tier experience that's fitting the BPGA.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be very exciting in both categories. I think the most exciting category is going to be the senior category, which I'm in, and Greg Maycock and Chris Lewis from Grand Bahama and Vernon Locker. You know, we all wrestled when we were little kids. Now we get to wrestle as old kids. So I'm really looking forward to that. But it's going to be an exciting event, and it's going to grow. It's going to be huge next year.
It sounds like a lot of excitement for people to look forward to. I just want to say thank you for coming here and telling us all about it.
Thank you so much. And those are our trophies over there. I want to showcase them. They got a little damage. I slipped on a step this morning, but we'll fix that problem.
They're still shining.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So we'll do well. But we're really excited, and they're really excited for this opportunity. And thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to expose our event.
Absolutely. And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Hey Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way.
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh?
By the way, it's not newer, it's
NUA. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
I used to think of the bank as my personal ATM machine. If I wanted a new car, new furniture, a weekend trip to Miami, no problem, just max out the credit card or top up my loan. I was a big baller until I realized that 75% of my salary was going to pay back all those loans. Fidelity's personal financial coaching was the best solution. Fidelity gave me a plan with a debt consolidation loan that has a built-in savings that pays 5% interest. I now only have one low monthly payment plus money in my pocket. Give Fidelity Bank a call at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit any of Fidelity's locations or visit a website at fidelitygroup.com.
Meet Leno, your bridge to the future. Wealth planning, investments, corporate services, trust services, pension administration, fund administration, outsourced accounting, and payroll. When you think of financial solutions, think of Leno. Local or international, company or individual, Leno can help. Our team of skilled professionals has the experience and expertise needed for you to strive. Your goals are our goals and our priority. Leno will guide you to the right financial solution with the knowledge, resources, and support you need. Give us a call at 242-396-3225 or email us at info@lenobahamas.com to get started. Visit our website, www.lenobahamas.com, for more information today. Leno, your bridge to the future.
Welcome back. The Wilson Awards and Prize is a program that is contributing to the National Cycle of Development in the Bahamas, and the grant recipients for this first cycle of awards and prizes have been selected. Joining me now is Dr. Mark Stevens, who is a Wilson Grant recipient. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
So I'll jump right into it. How does it feel to be a recipient of this very esteemed grant?
It's a wonderful feeling, to be awarded for your work and for it to be recognised, and just gives you that extra prestige and hopefully can help push it forwards.
So talk a little bit about your work. We talked a little bit off camera about the fact that you are a geography professor, and that's very important to you. What was the object of your research?
Well, I've got a natural interest in caves and blue holes. That's my background. I've previously worked in Fiji, in the South Pacific, and in Botswana, in Southern Africa, where I've done work on caves. And I've been working at UB since 2018, and that's been my main focus. So, hoping to do more research in this area.
Can you talk about the price calculations as they relate to non-market tourist sites, particularly in relation to New Providence caves and blue holes?
Yeah, so what I think is important is for us to value caves and blue holes. There's some research that needs to be done using various methods in relation to, revealing the price that people might pay, or we say willing to pay. And I think that can help us to appreciate these natural phenomena better if we can get an idea of their value, because obviously it's not something we can go and buy from a shop. We can't go and buy a blue hole. So there is no fixed price. So, how can we generate that and allow us to perhaps conserve them better with that knowledge?
Mm-hmm. To really appreciate them. How has a grant helped with your research?
It's critical, really, because we need these resources to allow us to do, the methods, even things like transport costs, or if we have to travel somewhere else, even maybe to another island, to pay, for example, a student research assistant, maybe even sometimes equipment. So it's critical for research.
What motivated you? Of course, I know your broader interests, but what motivated you particularly for this, I guess, set of research?
I think when I first, shortly after arriving here, I'm a geographer, so I like maps. I was looking at the maps of the Bahamas on New Providence, where I am at UB, and I was looking at, where are things like blue holes or any other natural features, and I did notice that there's a good number on this island, and I thought, that looks interesting, let me try and visit these. So in the first place, it was just finding them, and then, thinking of various research topics around that.
During the process of your research, did you find anything that you were particularly surprised about?
Definitely. I mean, some of the blue holes are quite deep, like several meters, like the one at Golden Gates. Also, there's a real variety. Some are in more urban areas. Obviously, Nassau, it's the capital. Urbanisation has spread like everywhere, and it's spread around some of these sites. But there are also some sites in still a natural condition, like at Fox Hill or Coral Harbour Road, and on that side.
This is an education for me, because I didn't even know that this many blue holes were in Nassau. Typically, when people talk about blue holes, I think of Eleuthera, I think of Long Island. I don't think of Nassau. Do you think that awareness has increased just by way of the conversations that you're having about this?
I believe so, and students have shown a real interest, and they've spearheaded some projects, and through their own interests in it might be, for example, in their local neighbourhood, and then they can also, it benefits them, and I can learn through them as well.
Which is really an experiential way to learn, which is honestly the best. What are some challenges that you encountered in determining the pricing model for non-market tourist sites, and how did you address them in your research?
I mean, at the moment, we've done one of my students, Miss Hannah, she's done a very detailed literature review, so we can compare what we find here with other parts of the world. And there's been some initial surveys, but again, it's just doing more of that, and also doing the correct paperwork so that we're doing things properly.
What is your hope of the outcome of this research? What are the implications on, I guess, Bahamian society and society at large?
I hope that we can generate enough data that the results are meaningful, and I hope that with that, we can produce some information. For example, it could be published, and then it could be disseminated to the main stakeholders for these sites, and then again to raise awareness, but also ideally for improved conservation and utility of these sites.
I'm going to put you on the spot. If there's one thing that folks who are watching this, just members of the Bahamian public, if there's one thing that we can do to preserve or take good care of our blue holes and our geography, what can we do?
I think it's just. I think already I can see that there is some feeling towards them. Like, for example, in Golden Gates, I know the people that have a nickname for it. They call it the Mim, after the mermaid's pool, and just for that to develop, that kind of idea of it's part of the natural heritage, and definitely something to be treasured and preserved and enjoyed.
I love it. So we are all going to take our responsibility. You'll do the heavy lifting. You and your team will do the heavy lifting with the research, and we will take our responsibility of conserving in the little ways that we can.
That sounds wonderful.
Thank you for joining us this morning to talk about this. And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Jingle all the way around the world with Shell this Christmas. Win $30,000 in prizes when you spend $20 in fuel at any Shell location now through January 5th. Enter now to win 2 round-trip tickets to the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills game, or see the world with a $5,000 travel voucher. Weekly winners will be selected to win thousands of dollars in free fuel, grocery, and many more fabulous prizes. Fuel up and get your receipt for a chance to win with Shell now through January 5th, 2024.
Here are 3 young people who stopped attending high school and got disengaged in their educational journey due to the pandemic. Today, they are proudly taking their walk all over the place because they took advantage of BTVI's Smart Start initiative. All high school students in New Providence and the Family Islands can participate in free hands-on learning to improve employability, learn basic literacy and numeracy skills, and earn a BTVI certificate in automotive mechanics, beauty and construction trades, or fashion in only 14 weeks for full-time participants or 24 weeks for part-time. Don't count yourself out. Do what they did and enroll today. Email smartstart@btvi.edu.bs or call 502-6300 so you can take your walk anywhere in life.
African Things is your one-stop shop for everything African. Make a bold fashion statement with vibrant colors and intricate patterns inspired by the beauty of Africa. Find trendy contemporary looks for every occasion and enjoy custom tailoring. Shop jewelry, purses, art, cosmetics, and much more. African Things is located in the Dugard Plaza, Palmdale, next to McDonald's. Open Tuesday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come get your African Things.
One thing, 2 things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right into the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Welcome back. Junkanoo is not limited to Bay Street. Kishlane Smith, Deputy Co-Chair of the National Junkanoo Committee, and Eddison Dames, Senior Consultant at the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, are here to tell us how the Out Islands celebrate Junkanoo. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, thank you. Good morning.
It is that time of year. Everyone is thinking about Junkanoo, getting very excited.
Yes.
And the Out Islands, or yes, our family islands, rather.
Yes. Yes.
I'm trying to find the politically correct term.
Family islands.
Will not be left
out.
So talk about which islands are having Junkanoo parades this year.
Well, to start with New Providence, we're going to start here. And to open the whole gamut of parades on the 23rd of December, Eleuthera is going to have the first parade.
Yes.
And that will be held in Hatchet Bay. And so, in preparation for all of the parades, we had a team from the National Junkanoo Committee that actually traveled into the islands and make sure we train the judges. Because that is always a controversial area of parades. And so to ensure that the parades in all of the family islands are treated similar to the parades in New Providence, we felt it necessary that we train the judges. And so that process was ongoing and is now complete. And so the parades are ready, Eleuthera is out the gate, and then we come into New Providence on the 25th, which is Christmas night. beginning at 10 p.m. And so we want persons to get downtown very, very early. The gates will open around 8 o'clock, and be sure of all of the entrance points into the parade and the seating areas, because sometimes that is confusing. So as you have tickets, make sure you know the entry points. And so after here in New Providence, we move again to New Year's Day, right here in New Providence, beginning at 2 a.m. And then that afternoon we move into Grand Bahama for their parade, the senior parade. And so you can see the kind of momentum. On the 6th of January, we then move into Exuma, so that we be now getting that adrenaline pumping into the family islands. We try to make sure that we stagger all of the Jungle parades to give other Bahamians and visitors an opportunity to go into those family islands and not only concentrate on the 26th in New Providence or the 1st. And so, again, we'll be here in New Providence. As a matter of fact, we're going to go in Cat Island on the 10th of January. And so after that, we come back into New Providence for the 25th for Junior Junkanoo, and then into Grand Bahama on the 27th for Junior Junkanoo there. On the 17th of February, we go into North Andros, and then on the 24th of February, we move into Abaco. And so you see the parades
Junkanoo is
are
going
really
on
staggered.
tour.
Then, on March 2nd, we are back on Eleuthera for the Junior Junkanoo Parade. So what we've created from the National Junkanoo Committee is a whole calendar of events where we've encouraged the family islands to consider not having their parade dates on the same day so that we can promote domestic tourism. And so the Junkanoos that are on New Providence will be able to appreciate that Junkanoo is live and vibrant throughout the country and travel to those islands, share their expertise. And then the family islanders that are on the respective islands may travel to New Providence to come and see the parade on New Providence. So it's a wonderful experience throughout the country. Junkanoo is alive, and Junkanoo is here to stay, which we're very, very pleased to see. And more importantly, we're pleased to see the aspect of Junior Junkanoo throughout the country. Junior Junkanoo, the talent and the expression of joy and excitement from the children throughout our country is real. And so we want to promote that. And in doing so, we've garnished a lot of corporate sponsorship. We have Seoul Petroleum, who've assisted us at Junior Junkanoo in New Providence on Junior Junkanoo as a whole for the last 34 years.
Wow.
And this year, the National Junkanoo Committee, we've been able to solidify a great deal with Scotiabank, and they will be assisting us with Junior Junkanoo throughout the country. So it's important that we share the gamut of the surprises and the spectacular event of Junkanoo, and that is why it is so important to us.
I love this year's approach of really just letting every parade have its own shine.
Yes.
That's really the gist of what I'm hearing, that everyone, Eleuthera gets to have their moment, like you said. People can travel back and forth. They're not competing, because sometimes the bigger parades, they just kind of eclipse everything else. So everything is getting its moment.
You see, we have a great corporate sponsor also in Disney, who actually put about $75,000 into Junior Junkanoo into Eleuthera.
Wow.
And so we're actually encouraging more corporate sponsors to come on board to the whole program, because in the course of the year, we travel throughout the islands, not just doing judges' workshops, but we try to transfer the skills and traditions to the younger persons and some of the other persons in communities as well.
So you've outlined a series of parades that are taking place on different islands where you're engaging both locals and tourists. It seems like that would take a lot of logistical work. Talk about the planning process and the training process.
Well, as Mr. Dames mentioned, the training is vigorous because we understood from the get-go that we cannot transfer the rules of New Providence to the respective islands. So it was important to liaise with the officials that are on those islands to understand their parameters and then to incorporate rules specifically for those respective islands. And that is the beauty of it. Every island is different. Every island has its own unique facets, and we appreciate that and we respect that because on an island like Eleuthera, Pineapple, for instance, they can come up with a theme where they're adopting their pines onto a costume that's unique to them because it's there from their island. We are in discussions right now with Bimini and with Long Island, and we see the potential that's on those islands. And so the beauty of Junkanoo is it allows everyone, no matter what your socioeconomic background is, you are welcomed. And that is what we want to encourage and to solidify the inclusivity of Junkanoo for everyone, not just on New Providence, but throughout the Commonwealth.
I think you need a t-shirt that says Junkanoo for everyone. Once again, you mentioned that there is a calendar of events. Where can people find this calendar of events? Where can they buy tickets, find themselves in place to enjoy?
Well, the island parades are all free for now. We are trying to, you asked about the administration. In our travels, we ensure that we explained to each island the importance of them formulating themselves into a committee or a corporation where they can become eligible for funding, either through venture capitalists, through sponsorship, or something of that sort. And so they are now galvanizing themselves into a body where we've also encouraged them to become legalized in doing so, adopting a business license and becoming certified via a certificate of incorporation. We also want them to get a TIN number because the ministry has adopted the new laws now where we are wiring funds into accounts, which would mean for you to open up a business account, you need to have your necessary documents in place. And then what is important too is that with the sponsorships or with the corporate citizens that are on those islands, we are encouraging them to reinvest into the islands, reinvest into the culture, and then in turn it will be beneficial for everyone on that island. So the administration portion, we've lent our assistance. We have our expertise, our senior consultants, Eddison Dames and Percy Francis, who travels with us, because we want to share all the knowledge to all of the residents on the islands to make sure that they are equipped and then they can somewhat manage themselves. But it's a process, and we're getting there slowly but surely. But to learn more about our calendar of events, you can visit our National Junkanoo Committee Facebook page. We're also on IG, or you can contact the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, because the National Junkanoo Committee, we are a statutory body of the ministry and an advisory body to the ministry.
That is
what we don't want to do is leave here and forget Inago, because Inago is going to have their parade on the 9th of January.
Yes.
And right now we're trying to confirm the date for Bimini.
Yes.
So we're working with those entities as well.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say kudos to you and your team on creating a calendar that is inclusive, but that's top tier, that's not cutting corners when it comes to excellence and giving everyone an opportunity to present their culture.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I want to say thank you for joining us.
We're here for it. Junkanoo.
Yeah, it's Junkanoo for everyone, like you said.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having us.
Okay.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
What do you want from a cloud solution? You want flexibility and edge? You want to modernize applications with the ability to deliver new ones with lightning speed. You want an infrastructure that's automated, secure, cost-effective, and scalable. You want to give the end user the freedom they want with the control you need. You can't get all that from just any cloud. You need something better. You need Bahamas Cloud. Contact the experts today at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. I am your host, Davriel Gardner, and this is your mid-show greeting. I am flying solo today as Mark is under the weather, but we are wishing him a quick recovery. We've got more exciting stuff in our show for you today. In the second half, Fred Ferguson and members of the Roots Junkanoo organization are here to tell us all about Junkanoo in Paradise. And the race co-directors of Junkanoo Jingle to Bay 5K are also here to tell us about that event. You can see Junkanoo is really a theme in today's show, as it should be, as we come to a close of this year. But before all that, we're going to take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by NUA, the hands-on agency.
Thank you, Davriel, and good morning, Bahamas. And yes, second look at weather at sunrise. Prefrontal activity still across the northwest Bahamas, triggering some showers and thunderstorm. That cold front will move through Grand Bahama 8, 9 o'clock this morning, cause no problems by 1, 2 o'clock this afternoon, and into Exuma Keys will stall by late evening. In the marine forecast today, we're asking small craft operation remain in port, and we're asking you swimmers to stay out of the water because of the rough surfs and recurrents that will be occurring over the next several days, because those winds will be strong over the next couple of days across the islands. Winds today, southwest to south at 15-20 knots, seas 47 feet over the northwest Bahamas ahead of that front, but shifting behind that front northwest to north at 15-25 knots, those seas building 5 to 8 feet. Over the central and southeastern islands, those winds southeast to south at 15-20 knots, seas 47 feet. On Tuesday, those winds northeasterly at 15-25 knots, seas 5 to 8 feet on northwest Bahamas, easterly at 15-20 knots, seas 47 feet over the southeastern islands. Then over across all the islands, those winds northeast to east at 15-25 knots, seas 5 to 8 feet. Your tides, currently you have a high tide at 6:14 this morning. Your next low tide will be at 37 minutes past midday. High again this evening at 6:34. Sunset 5:20 this evening, rising more at 6:44. UV next 7, your water temperature 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and the moon phase now moving towards the new moon. Your exterior look, cold front stalls over the Exumas today, and then move back late Tuesday into Wednesday as a warm front, and there will increase cloudiness, showers and thunderstorms across the northwest and central Bahamas into Friday. The temperature daytime will be in the low 80s, at nighttime upper 60s to lower 70s. That pressure wrapping your fun look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Davriel.
Back in the day. Stand by, please.
Thanks, Godfrey. Junkanoo in Paradise is bringing the heart and soul of Bahamian culture to the stage. Here to tell us more are Fred Ferguson, producer of Junkanoo in Paradise, Wendall Francis, executive at Roots Junkanoo Organization, and Andrew Edwards, executive at Roots Junkanoo Organization. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
And welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you very much.
So the burning question is, what is Junkanoo in Paradise?
Should I take it first?
Yeah.
Well, as the producer of this event, I am honored to be asked by Roots organization to produce an event that takes Junkanoo away from Bay Street and onto the stage. And so now we're presenting a story about Junkanoo through a script written by Patrice Francis and directed by Erin Knowles and produced by myself along with some others, that we're now taking a story that tells the journey of Junkanoo through the eyes of a Junkanooer. So this whole thing is not necessarily a sing and dance like you expect from Bay Street. It's a drama, and it talks about the journey of Junkanoo through the eyes of some of our ancestors, from a slave woman to a hotelier from the Royal Victoria to an obeah man to the church, all centered around the center part of Junkanoo, which is the drum.
And what was the inspiration for telling the story? Why was there this conviction that, people needed to really see life through the eyes of a Junkanooer?
I'll let them explain it from the Junkanoo side, but the reality is Junkanoo has been so narrowed over the years, not in a small way, but it's been focused so much on Bay Street that we have not really taken the chance to spread it to the stage as we're doing now, and Roots is taking this on in a big way, and so I'll let Mr. Francis explain it from their perspective.
Well, thank you much. First, I'd like to thank Atlantis, our sponsor, and in particular, Mr. Warren Roberts, person who would really be convinced to take this initiative on, and of course, Mr. Ferguson, who's doing an excellent job, who's done an excellent job. I guess we'll see it in a few days. But you know, our thing is that most important that we wanted to more bring awareness to Junkanoo as it is, as we know it to be over the years. And we wanted to, in addition to bringing it off Bay Street onto the stage, we wanted to now initiate jobs from it, show people that it just could be more than just rushing down Bay Street. And you know, having fun in the shack is more than that. So we create some jobs. Ms. Edwards, who's our marketing person in the organization, he had done a fantastic job in that regard. So great job, and he'll speak a little bit more on the job aspect of it. But Roots always been an innovator in terms of Junkanoo, from the time of the late Paul Knowles, who was one of our founding members, and of course our leader at one time. We always was front and center when it come down to these things. So it's no different. And I hope that, again, like I said before, that the other organization can now kind of chime in and do a little more. So when our tourists come to this country, they can experience our culture.
What are some of the themes that this musical is going to explore?
Like I said earlier, is the journey is from slavery to celebration is one of the themes that we say, and we're trying to bring that through the eyes of telling our story centered around the Junkanoo drum and Junkanoo as a whole through the journey from slavery through to the new day, where the young person is now saying, I want to be involved in Junkanoo. So that whole journey is told in song and dance and colors of Junkanoo, and the Roots Junkanoo group ends it, of course, with a major rush out. And I must say that Sammy Starr and myself, we created all the music. Ricardo Christie is the choreographer. Aaron Knowles is the director, and the other members of the team. We have something quite exciting to show.
So we know Junkanoo, it really belongs to everyone. Junkanoo is who we are as a collective. But this production is being put together by the Roots Junkanoo group. What is Roots bringing to this experience that's so special?
Well, this experience is one of a lifetime in that we're able to provide, for example, be providing employment for approximately 48 persons.
Wow.
The angle is different in that, you know, we appreciate the support we received from Atlantis over the years, some 20 plus years, but they really stepped up to help us to elevate Junkanooers, in that a lot of these guys are unemployed or was unemployed. Now they're full-time, they have a job. Some people it's a second job, but the idea is that to put more value into what we do. Junkanoo is bigger than just Bay Street. Bay Street is the main show these days. However, the idea is to make the group self-sufficient, where, you know, every year we go looking for sponsorship. Junkanoo is expensive, especially with inflation and all that now. It's gone up 15-20%, of course. So you're talking about a group trying to get its members involved commercially, where they're employed, so it's less stress on the group. And move this thing we call Junkanoo, this beautiful thing, they should say, we call it beyond just Bay, where it's just once a year. There's 363 days other than those 2 days, you know, and people need to be employed. And so here is another avenue.
And it's great that they can do it with something that they are passionate about. Speaking of the stage, where is the stage? Where is this going to be taking place?
This is going to be at the Atlantis Theater, the Le Cabaret Theater, for those old enough to remember that. There have always been a show in that theater over the years, but this is, if not the first, one of the first that is a full Bahamian cast putting on an event in that theater. And it's family oriented, and as we said, or all said, it's all around the Junkanoo spirit. Like I said, we're trying to tell the story again. Don't expect, it's a drama, like I said,
Right.
don't expect it to be you can hear all Junkanoo singing and dancing and all that. The story goes through a whole sequence, but it's exciting from start to finish. It's easy to relate, and it ends with the major rush out, and the line that gets it all started. Everybody go, "Who in the morning?"
Yeah,
And you get
Like,
all
that's a hardly debate.
you get the audience to say Roots, and then the party is on.
So, how much are the tickets? Where can you get the tickets? And when is this all going to begin?
Starts on the 16th of this month officially. We just did a showing for the management a few days ago. It starts on the 16th, and the plan is to be 4 nights a week, Thursday through Sunday, for a 3-month period, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But Atlantis box office is where it's going to happen. So online, the Atlantis online site, you'll be able to get tickets.
Tickets are $50.
$50, yes.
So what I'm hearing is people have no excuse to miss this.
No.
You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss this. I mean, like I said, this is an opportunity that Roots has created that has not been done before.
Voice of its kind.
That's right. Junkanoo groups are known. This time of year, it's battle time.
Right.
Everybody is in the shack, in the war room, as they say. But we have a crew of persons who are employed in this product who are excited. They're enthused, they come to rehearsal in rain or shine, and they're excited about making this difference. So the only way that this can be successful is for support, not just local, but we're doing it for the guests of the hotel. And now they can go away and be singing the song, Can You Feel It, which is the theme song of the show. Junkanoo in Paradise, Can You Feel It?
I love it. Junkanoo in Paradise, it sounds like an excellent production, just pulling together so many meaningful factors that make us who we are. And I just want to say thank you for joining us this morning to tell us all about it.
We appreciate it. Can you feel it?
Yeah, I can feel it.
Can you feel it?
I hope you can feel it. Thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Did you know the National Insurance Act provides for an insured pregnant woman to access her maternity benefit before or after delivering her baby? Expecting mothers are entitled to 13 weeks of maternity leave, which can be applied for by completing the Med-2 claim for maternity benefit form. Section A is completed by a registered physician or certified midwife. The medical practitioner certifies the expected or actual confinement period, signs the form, and affixes their official stamp. Forms completed by medical practitioners outside of the Bahamas must be accompanied by the physician's business card. In sections B and C, the claimant provides personal and employment details, declares their last day at work, signs and dates the form. The Med-2 form is always accompanied by Form Med-4 or Employer Certificate, which is completed by the employer. Both the Med-2 and accompanying Med-4 forms must be submitted within 3 months from the first day of confinement. Forms submitted outside of this period are considered late and will be subject to review by the Late Claims Committee. Before submitting forms, check that all fields are accurately completed. Incomplete forms or forms with incorrect information will delay the processing of your benefit application. For more information, visit the NIB website at nib-bahamas.com.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Alive Business SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Alive Business at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Hi, I'm Ria Christina, and I'm super excited to be the new host of You and Your Money, local international banks that has actually been closing some of their branches. It actually gives me an opportunity to share my views, my take on the financial matters. Even when we think about what's happening globally, we still have a lot of work to do in terms of having to educate business owners as to the importance, the economic impact, and how it is that we can look at improving the Bahamian economy. $1 billion. That's how much we spend every year importing food in this country. It also gives me an opportunity to have conversations, and that's meaningful conversations with thought leaders within our community, even having to see how it is that we can work together or even the opportunities that may exist for many Bahamians. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the great conversations that's to come.
Welcome back. Junkanoo Jingle to Bay 5K will increase health and fitness while building community and fostering cultural pride. With me now to tell us more are Marcel Major, Theresa Major, and Kandice Weech-Eldon, co-race directors of Junkanoo Jingle to Bay 5K. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Thank you
for having us.
I mean, I'm really feeling the Christmas energy in the
jingle
studio this morning. I'm hearing jingle bells. I see we have a Junkanoo Santa. There's so many wonderful things happening right now. I'm feeling excited. So tell me all about the Junkanoo Jingle to Bay. What inspired this particular race?
Well, firstly, thank you for having us, and we are just delighted to be here, 1 week or 2 weeks before Christmas. So Junkanoo Jingle to Bay 5K is our collective dream. We love Junkanoo, we love running, we love fitness, we love family. And so it's a holiday race on December 16th at Arawaki. Part proceeds will go to Legacy Church, our youth program there, and also we are supporting children from a group home. We're partnered with Bahamas Humane Society as well. So it's a race not just about running, but about community building. And of course, my favorite Junkanoo over here will tell you it's about the Junkanoo.
It's about the Junkanoo.
So how are we incorporating the elements of Junkanoo into the race?
Well, everything Junkanoo is going to be on this race. As you can see, our Santa is also dressed with the Junkanoo hat. He has a Junkanoo cowbell in his hand. So we've just married everything Junkanoo. We're going to have one of the leading Junkanoo groups. They're choreography girls in Russian Square. I can give you a little hint. They're now the reigning Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo champions.
Oh boy!
They graciously agreed to have their girls perform in Russian Square as cheerleaders when the runners pass. We also have a Santa who's going to be roving with Junkanoo music. There's going to be Junkanoo in the square. We have a group that has agreed to participate. Junkanoo is just going to be the whole central theme of this wonderful holiday event.
And I mean, there seems like so many exciting things to look forward to, but I am curious, where did the pairing between Junkanoo and, having a 5K, like who came up with that idea?
It was a collaborative idea, but mainly my wife named the event. I'm a Junkanoo from one of the leading Junkanoo groups. I don't want to cause any problems by calling names today, but one of the leading Junkanoo, and I was a Junkanoo from time. My wife is also a Junkanoo. Kandice is a Junkanoo, and we all run. I'm a marathoner, she's a marathoner, and both of us are runners, or three of us are runners. So why not just marry the two and have one big festive holiday event? And that's what we did.
And who is this particular event for? Is this for the seasoned runner? Is this for the person who just started running? Is this a person who's not quite sure they can run the whole thing and want to walk? Who is the ideal candidate for this race?
This is for everyone, okay? Everyone who wants to participate. You don't have to be a seasoned runner. You can just be a casual walker. You can just want to come out that day to have the festivities. So everybody is invited. We want you to bring your children. We want you to bring your pets. We just want you to come and enjoy the season. This race is going to be our last race for the year. We appreciate Duncan for sponsoring, being our title sponsor this year. So we want to really put on a big show, like Junkanoos would say. This is the showdown, okay? So this is the showdown for the year for Four Seasons Race Management. And we so graciously appreciate Kandice bringing her expertise as well as we partner together to pull this event off.
Now, I know when it comes to races, I'm hearing the vibe, the family vibe. Everyone's welcome. Everyone should have a good time. But people tend to be competitive about this sort of thing. So are there prizes for the winners in any categories?
Everyone gets a medal. We tingsy. So once you cross the finish line, you get a lovely medal, and then it's just free. It's in terms of trophies and stuff, it's non-competitive. Let's put that out there. So don't come to kill it to win it. We have a few trophies for the best dressed Santa costume and the best dressed pet, but it's really a family-friendly event. So don't come trying to break your record PR, expecting this big show. No. And one thing I do want to say, this is so critical to sports tourism. As we would have told the Ministry of Tourism, we're grateful for their in-kind sponsorship. Think about it. It's Junkanoo. It's running, it's the Christmas, it's the Bahamas. So in years to come, we know that in years to come, thousands of people will book flights, hotel stays to come here to participate in this race. So we're thinking long term, we're thinking big, we're thinking culture, we're thinking supporting our youth. It brings all of that together in a really good package, in a really good gift.
Now, you touched on one of your corporate sponsors. What has been the response from corporate Bahamas and different entities in terms of support?
The response has been overwhelming. We have quite a bit of in-kind sponsors too. Also sponsoring us is Island Care, the Guardian, Oak Tree Medical Center. There's also Alpha Sounds. There's the S-Scooters. We have quite a bit of sponsors, and we're so grateful and thankful for them for coming on board and helping us to pull off this wonderful event.
So for members of the public who want to participate, who are watching, is this something that they have to register for in advance, or do they just come out with their family?
Yes, registration is online, fourseasonsracemanagement.com. It's the word for, F-O-U-R. Seasons with an S at the end. They can go on the website and sign up online. The race is $45. That includes your Santa suit, so you can trick it or cut it or just decorate it how you wish. We also have $55 if you want to bring a pet. We have Atlas for the pets, and then the children are $35. So it's quite affordable for what they're going to get in those bags. We also have registration up until Friday morning. There's no registration on race day. So you have up until Friday morning. We have packet pickup coming up on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday over at the Cancer Society. So that starts from 11 till about 7, Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday 11 to 2.
And what time is the race taking place?
6 a.m. sharp. This is not Bahamian time. Okay? So if you want to get out that first go, you have to be there at least by 5:30. There's no real warm up or anything, but get there for 5:30, and the race is gonna start at 6 sharp. So be there on time. You don't want to miss it.
So when it comes to registration and race day, even though this is a celebration of Bahamian culture, we have to leave our culture of last minute behind.
Yes.
Yes. We have to be on time, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed in your Santa suit.
That's correct.
Oh, this sounds like it's going to be just an incredible time.
Yes.
I'm excited for you. I don't know if I'll be there. I'll be there at the end. I'll be one of the cheerleaders. To root everyone on, but I just want to say thank you so much for coming to tell us all about this.
Yes.
I am excited for you. Maybe, who knows, maybe I'll make a guest appearance.
That would be nice.
Thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back. Well, today's show has been a fabulous start to any week. I hope that it's gotten you in the Christmas spirit and particularly the Junkanoo spirit. There are so many Junkanoo events and Junkanoo spin-off events that are happening this season, so there is no excuse not to fully enjoy this holiday season, as many of them are free of charge. I hope that you enjoyed today's show. I hope that you take this as your Monday motivational pill, so to speak, and that you make it an excellent week, and that we'll see you on Friday.